then
fucking...
we'll all die.
Yep.
We're all gonna die. We all die someday.
Welcome back to Sonic Lost World. Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay, we're recording now. Okay, thank God. So what you did not see is us grinding a whole bunch to get to this level. And we might, in this part, finally finish this damn game. And as you might have heard, in this part, we're joined by a new special super secret guest, which is the A in the ABZ in the title of our channel, Zach's brother, Alec, whom we've referenced before. Say hi, Alec.
Hey, it's me, Alec. I'm here for Lost World.
Stop!
Hey, you know, you guys wanted me here, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
That's not actually what he sounds like.
Is this Final Fantasy?
Yes. Yes, Zach, this is Final Fantasy.
Oh, we're playing Final Fantasy 14.
Aw, damn it.
We tricked you.
Final Fantasy 14?
No!
Yes. Yeah, this is what happens 246 hours in. They suck the color out of the world.
Oh, wait, so now we're playing Sonic Colors? That's a good game.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
yeah,
good game. Yeah, this is Sonic Colors Ultimate, so
Yeah.
we're just gonna face to the ground and die.
No.
Oh, God. Yes, so we're getting to the big climax. Zavok is continuing to do evil things. We did just beat him up. And now we get our obligatory 2D level, as we do in every world in this game. Well, actually, we've already had one 2D level in Sky Road so far that Alec did not see, which was a pretty good level, actually, in this game, where you platform across a bunch of dragons that act as platforms, which is pretty cool.
Brian, can't you spin dash up that?
Yeah, spin dash.
Oh no, I forgot how to spin dash again. Okay, there we go. Oh,
Oh,
God
no.
damn it, no! Oh no!
Oh, the Sonic person!
Oh, no.
The Sonic
No,
person!
let's try not to blow out the mic, please.
Oh yeah, let's,
Although I did it too, but...
I
yeah.
mean, I'm
Oh,
kind of
this-
like further away. But...
This game has that stupid Contra thing where once you move the screen up a bit, and then you fall back down, it fucking kills you.
That's what I get for not playing Sonic Lost World for a few months. Curse me for not wanting to play Sonic Lost World.
I will admit it's my fault because I had an overnight job, but I don't have it anymore. So I'm unemployed currently, but I do have another job set up. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine. I'll just be slowly dying inside, but I was doing that anyway.
It's always what you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until I become the bestest man.
The bestest man?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't know, just the bestest at video games. Unlike that.
Look, I'm in the later levels. They're harder.
Brandon,
And other excuses I'll make up that other YouTubers usually use.
Brandon, if I was playing Resident Evil 8, would you accept this bullshittery?
No, I guess I wouldn't.
I mean, you can't say the game's lagging because it's offline, so...
You don't
No.
even have the excuse of it being blind this time.
I mean, this game runs better than the Wii U version.
Poor Wii U.
Yeah.
I do feel like that console is
Oh,
very...
God damn it!
It bounces
Forgot
back,
they
right?
bounce. Okay, what I
Bounce
need to
back.
do is I'm supposed to be kicking the bomb into the enemy.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, come on, come on.
Kicking is a different mechanic from homing attacking, Alec.
Yes.
It's sort of like homing
This.
attacking. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can homing attack too, Alec, but what you're supposed to do is kick everything in Sonic Lost World. So like this. To kill the,
Okay,
to
so
kill
you
the
can
enemy
do
so we can get past it.
Right, yeah. That's kind of neat.
It's not a bad idea, it's just like a lot of things in this game, it's very situational.
I was saying, when do you know when you're supposed to homing attack and when you're supposed to kick?
Trial and error, it depends
Oh,
on
goody.
what you're supposed to be doing. Like sometimes you'll get hit when you homing attack and you go, okay, so I'm supposed to kick with this one.
That's
Come
about
on.
it.
Yeah, that's about it.
Oh, goody.
So it's just like trial and error.
Oh, that's right. I was supposed to be using that earlier. No, wait, don't take me down. No.
Are you gonna die?
Yeah,
No!
What's happening?
Yes, Sonic Lost World is one of those games where when you, as the screen moves up, it becomes a death pit.
You know, I can understand that for NES games because they only could do so much, but this
Die.
is a, well, not like modern, but close enough.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is inexcusable.
Fucking. I fell again. It's once again, it's me getting adjusted to the controls after not playing it for a while, because unlike other Sonic games, which when I'm not playing this, I'm usually playing like Sonic Generations mods or some of the fan games. In those games, Sonic's controls are not nearly as weighty. Oh, what's this?
Or sometimes he's playing Sonic Forces.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, sometimes I'm playing Sonic Forces, which honestly, and I know this is gonna piss off some people, I'd rather be playing Forces than this game.
Oh wow, really?
I mean, yes, and I can understand people immediately saying why they think Forces is way more bland in this game, but all the constant level gimmicks and the weighty controls and just a lot of other aspects of Lost World, I would rather be playing Forces, which is just a shittier Generations.
Yeah, I guess if you compare it to the Wii U version of this game, then yeah, I can kind of see that too with having to
What?
do the grinding. Also,
I was tapping A to get through that. Oh no, Zach's gonna have to fast forward this.
Just to keep me busy, I don't have to fast forward shit.
Never mind.
Oh, who am I kidding? I'm probably gonna fast forward. 'Cause...
So, like New Super Mario Brothers, Alec, when those are like little things that pop up that help you out if you suck at the game.
oh. I guess Brandon sucks in this game then, huh?
You know what? And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
If there's any Sonic game I'm gonna suck at, I'd rather be one that I'm probably never gonna play again.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
I'm not gonna force it. I'm gonna try.
You're not gonna Sonic Force it?
You're gonna have some forces.
Zach, no. Not worth it.
It was the most obvious joke I could have made, but you know what? This is Sonic. Sonic is not about... Well, actually, I don't know. I was gonna say Sonic's not about creativity, but we've got Frontiers, and it's looking better.
Sonic Frontiers, the more I see of it, the more I'm like, I don't know, guys. Sonic might be good again for one game.
See, I've been
For
like,
one game specifically.
Yeah, I've always been like super skeptical about like newer Sonic games. Now that when I see Frontiers, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna have false like hope and think it's gonna be good. I don't want to, but god damn it, it might actually be good. And it's like, I
think it has a better chance, but I'm not. If Sega can do anything, it's fuck it up. Because there's too many people having goodwill towards this game that makes me go, oh no. People are having hope. Sega can only go downhill from here.
I want to believe that Sega will finally realize that like releasing things too early is like a bad thing, and be like, oh hey, you know, when we actually take our time with something, it actually turns out good.
Nice angle, by the way.
Yep. Yeah.
There's some Sonic fans that are a real fan of this thing. Anyway.
Well, I mean, it's a nice. I thought you more meant in the sense that it's hard to see where you're headed towards.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, timing on this is pretty strict.
Now I was more talking about how Sonic is just spread eagle.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because of course I am.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for Zach for being the one that would bring that up.
Because of course.
But yeah, talking about Frontiers, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna let Brandon be the guinea pig though.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Of course, I pre-ordered it because of my interest, so I'm gonna try it the day it comes out, and maybe we'll do that for the channel. We'll see. It depends on how the game is.
This is my PSA to not pre-order anything. I am against pre-ordering.
Oh God. Okay.
I am anti-pre-order culture. It is something the AAA game industry is fucking... They want to take your money before you even know the game is good. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, if Zach caught me doing it, I would just be sent to jail.
You wouldn't just get executed right then and there.
Oh shit, okay. I didn't
Brandon gets away
bad.
with it because he's not family.
What? What, so because I'm your little brother, so therefore I deserve a harsher punishment?
No, it's just more legal if I do it to you.
So Zach, if you were a dictator, you would just outlaw pre-ordering games. Like pre-ordering would still be allowed, but if you do it, you go to prison forever. Yeah.
We'll post your IP address online.
God.
Alright, let's see. It's 42 dot.
Actually, imagine that as a punishment. It's like, oh, we won't send you to jail, but we will dox you.
Oh, come on. Get up there.
Brandon, you can do it. I believe
No,
in you.
I'm tapping,
I believe in you,
but
Brandon.
it's only letting me go to the one over there. No.
So can you just not move on your own?
No,
No.
you're
You
just you're pointing it sort of in a direction, but you're tapping A to actually move it along the musical notes.
Oh, God, this level's still going.
It still is. All the levels in this game are quite long.
Yeah, I forgot. It's been a while. It sounds really picky. I don't usually like to bring up when it's been a while, because, like, for us it's been a while, but for the viewer, this could be, like, they could just be watching, like, 1, 2, 3, and they're like, oh, it hasn't been a while for me. You know, I like to think about the future. I like to future-proof my Let's Plays.
Oh, right, we have
like
to
to
fight
think
him
about the
again.
fans.
So before this, Alec, there was a 3D boss fight that was really shitty, and now we get a kind of more annoying 2D boss fight against him.
Wait, more annoying
Yes.
than the 3D dragon fight, where, like, you would homing attack and sometimes it just wouldn't work?
Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot. This is a kick scenario.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It just feels like the kick is more reliable than the homing attack sometimes, but I'm not the one playing, so maybe I'm wrong.
Okay. Well. what a pathetic run.
Yeah.
The animation does not match the speed.
He's a Naruto runner.
Oh god, yeah, he kind of is.
This is totally someone that thinks Naruto running should be at the Olympics.
I would watch that, to be honest.
I would make it more entertaining. Yeah.
I would watch professional Olympians Naruto run.
I need more weeb events at the Olympics. We need live-action roleplay at the Olympics, honestly.
Maybe this is very random, but I will...
No, I was trying to get over him so I get to the rings.
Were you trying to double jump and game thought you were going for homing attack?
Yes.
Okay. So homing attack and jump are on the same button?
They are.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because like normally that's how it is, and I normally don't mind it, but it's weird when you also have a homing attack on the same button.
Okay, now I think I got it. So, since you're our special, celebrated guest, Alec, what is your experience with the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise?
Well, the first game I ever played that was Sonic was, I think, Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
I have played the retro games back then, but that was like through like the Mega Collection thing on GameCube. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
and,
Mega Collection.
Yeah, I remember liking the games, but I fucking sucked at it. The classic games. And I had fun with them, but I don't know, I've just been more like just Mario in general, but Sonic Adventure 2, like, I liked as a kid, but now that I'm older, I'm just like, eh. And same with the Sonic Adventure 1, so... And talking about more modern Sonic games, it's like... Yeah, I guess I'm just like everyone on the same boat, where it's just like, yeah, like... I do want to play more Sonic Colors and beat that at some point, because that is actually, like, a fun game, but...
Well, you can play it right now on your PS4, Alec, with Sonic Colors Ultimates.
I mean, yeah, we could, but then, like, that'd be the most terrible experience ever.
Well, apparently the PS4 version played on a PS5 is the one that has the least amount of issues.
Oh, gotcha.
God damn it.
This is still going.
This is still going.
So, yeah, I like the Sonic games, Man, Sega, just please, just make a good one, again.
For a split second, I thought you were asking me to make a good one for a second.
No, I said Sega.
I thought you said Zach, please just make a good one.
Did I say Zach? I was like,
come on!
No, I think you said Sega, but my brain heard it as Zach. And I'm like, Alec, that's not in my control.
Yeah, Zach. Make a better Sonic game.
Yeah, Zach, figure it out.
Make a Sonic game in a Game Maker.
If only Sonic and the Fade was actually finished.
Is that what it was going to be called?
Yeah. I actually got the loopy loop to work in that game. I was
Finally.
very satisfied.
That's cool.
So that was a full level in Sonic Lost World.
God, honestly, I was like barely paying attention because it was so fucking boring.
Yep.
Yeah, that was an overly long level.
Okay.
Which, I mean, like, a lot of people might complain about how long the levels are in Forces, as in not long at all, but at least you just get it over with.
Right.
The developers know you don't want to be there.
Yep.
Of course.
But, like, Sonic Lost World thinks it's doing something, and it's not. Oh, look, it's the fat guy, Alec. What's the fat guy's personality?
He's eating the sandwich!
That's it. That's his personality. Like, even in the comics where they do try to add a bit more to him, it is just more just he eats everything.
Oh, really?
That's it.
No.
The writer of the comics is a lot better than the writer here in this game, but it's still, at the end of the day, the Deadly Six, they're, by design, characters that, quoted by developers, they were made to be identified, their personalities to be identified by their designs. So they're very simplistic, and they're not terribly... Oh yeah, did you know that Tails can pick up things with his tail hairs?
No, I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
It's now canon, Zach.
Okay.
Does he ever do it again?
The tail hairs are sentient. No, he's never done that in any other Sonic game.
Fuck these rocks. You can see the drop. Normally when people do that, it's like when the chasm is dark and you can't see the bottom, and then they drop it, and then they don't hear the stone, they're like, oh, that's a deep drop. But like, you can see it. There's lava at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Eggman saving Sonic.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god.
They actually killed off Eggman, Alec.
Yeah,
He's totally dead.
Oh, that's why he hasn't shown up in any of the Frontiers trailers yet. He's dead.
Yeah, he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not like there's a game after Lost World or anything.
He'll probably be on the Starfall Island somewhere, I imagine. But I don't think Eggman's going to be the main villain.
I don't think so either.
Either... My guess with Frontiers is either... And fuck this game, I'm not paying attention to these cutscenes.
Yeah.
With Frontiers, either Eggman is going to end up being the main villain and Sonic will work with the new villain in Frontiers, or yeah, it'll be the other way around. We'll see. I get the impression maybe they are going to go just full on making Eggman the main villain again in a game, which would be nice. So, guys, you know what time it is?
It's more boss fights.
Well, this is a boss rush.
Oh yeah, because there's like there's the punk one, the racist one, and the yellow one.
I thought it was gonna be like Mario Galaxy time.
What's the racist one?
The Chinese one.
Oh yes, the
racist stereotype.
Yeah, the Asian stereotype dude. Yeah. Yep. So now we got to do a big boss rush of all of them.
Yeah, I guess putting it as the racist one makes it sound different. I guess I should have said the stereotype.
Yeah. I mean, it is based off of, it is based off of all these stereotypes, so I see where you're coming from at least, but... Oh, come on. Is he gonna stop moving, or am I gonna have to hit him while he's doing a spinny attack?
To be fair, I don't think fat is a race.
What? Well, I'm happy Zach's here to let everybody know that, because nobody else knew that.
Well, I mean, like, you said everyone's based off stereotypes, and I'm like, well, I mean, like, the Chinese one is, like, a racial stereotype, but being fat, you know, anyone can be fat.
Well, yeah, and the other girl is the race of woman.
She is.
Woman is a race.
They are the fee of males. Female.
So if you notice there, Alec, how there was multiple circles around the homing attack when I launched it, you can charge... What the fuck happened there?
Wow.
No checkpoint.
What were you saying?
Oh, that hurt.
So you can charge up the homing attack in this game. And, Alec, make a guess as to how you charge the homing attack. How do you think you do that charging there with the homing attack?
Oh, I think I know. Isn't it like you have to wait a little bit or something?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
You stand around and wait for the circles to appear, then you launch it.
That sounds a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what you want out of a Sonic game, right? You just want to wait around and then do the thing.
Yeah, you do know that Sonic is known for his waiting.
Okay, well, here he comes.
You know Sonic catchphrase, gotta wait patiently.
Yeah.
Really fast. But, you know, Brad, I know you don't like Lost World, but I don't think Lost World likes you either.
Yeah. I think it's starting to get revenge on you or something, I feel like.
Well, just, like I said, a lot of the design in this game is just frustrating. Like, does that lava need to be instant kill? I know this is the final world and all, but...
I mean, isn't lava... Well, I guess in Mario 64 it wasn't an insta-kill.
No,
you
just
like,
bounce
off of it.
Yeah, you take damage.
Well, yeah, like, lava insta-kill is like a Mega Man thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, isn't there lava in one of the Sonic games, and that's insta-kill? Wait, no, actually, I think in that one you just lose rings.
Here we go, okay.
I would assume it's just losing rings, but I'm not, like, the biggest Sonic expert, so...
Oh, here he is.
The hairy one.
He's the master of the Deadly Six, Alec. He's the one that has trained all of them.
I mean, see, he's very old and wise.
Yes, and when you look at his design, you don't even need to hear his voice. You know how he sounds.
I'm mysterious. It's fabulous.
Nah, I like to think he has like a southern accent or something.
Honestly, I would love to see a character that looks.
Well, here's how you learn my technique.
I want to see that now.
Hey,
a character
Sonic.
that looks like a very I want to see a character that looks very much like a stereotype of one race, but has the accent of a different one. It's still a racist accent, but it like confuses you.
Right.
That might be a funny gag depending on how you would execute it, because you'd have to be careful.
Yeah, yeah.
I would be surprised if that wasn't already done.
And here, Alec, is the next volcano level.
Volcano?
Yep.
What?
What do you mean volcano?
Wait.
This is one of Sonic Lost World's favorite things, is to put a level that has nothing to do with the gimmick of the aesthetic of that world in the level. So like,
what
there's a desert level. There's a desert level that just becomes a dessert level, out of nowhere.
I mean, at least that one kind of makes sense.
It's
dessert.
It's a pun, but yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with that, even if it's a little.
Or like the snow levels had casinos, because you know when you think of a very cold area, you think casino.
Yep.
Okay.
Like, and I do kind of admire trying to mix like tropes to make it a bit more interesting. Because Mario would just be like, "Oh, it's another grass area, it's another ice world," but
I guess, but
it kind of throws you through a loop, you know, like a Sonic loop. When it's just like I thought this was a volcano area. Now where the hell are we?
Also, this is literally just Donkey Kong Country.
It literally is.
Oh my god, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh
god damn.
It's fucking Donkey Kong Country.
So you know what I did wrong there, Zach?
You played this game?
Yes. But besides that, I either didn't go fast enough, or I actually went too fast, so I wasn't able to avoid those. And checkpoints are few and far between in this level.
Oh, goody.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, this really is just like the minecart sequences in Donkey Kong Country.
Which is great, because I was terrible at those as a kid.
Yeah. Oh, so was I. I think everybody was.
Yeah.
Well, that said, I am sitting here as someone that has beaten Donkey Kong Country Returns. So I can say at least that I have beaten those minecart levels.
The only one I've beaten is Donkey Kong Country 2.
I've gotten far into the Donkey Kong Country games, but I haven't beaten them.
I started Returns. Returns is very good. I really like the level themes in Returns.
I do want to play that at some point. Because it does seem like it's a lot of fun.
Oh shit! What happened to the copy I was borrowing? I gotta find it because that's not mine. Talking about a better series of games. I love the Donkey Kong Country games.
Yep.
Yeah, I
really want to actually finish some of them.
I really want to play Tropical Freeze one day, but I'm afraid of it because it looks hard.
Oh yeah.
And Returns is also pretty hard, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do another one of those.
You gotta play through the original trilogy first, Brandon.
I mean,
so do I. I gotta beat 1 and 3.
Well, I mean, I heard the third one isn't really the best.
I've heard 3's been getting more love lately.
Yeah.
Oh, surprise.
3 kind of does what Sonic Lost World tries to do with like having different level gimmicks, but that one's actually good. I don't know, I always liked 3. I always felt like it was underrated, but it seems more people are liking it now, which is good.
Okay.
But yeah, I will say 3 is like a weird one compared to 1 and 2.
Yeah, I definitely remember it being a bit different from 1 and 2.
Yeah, it relies on very gimmicky levels, but I would say the gimmicks are way better in this, and they never felt like they overstayed their welcome.
What the hell was that?
I mean, from what I remember, I think I definitely prefer playing the first 2 games than the third, but...
I agree. I always felt like playing the third. How'd you get all the way back here?
Oh, no, he got the wing thingy, the capsule thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, Brayden, you've been cheating?
Yes.
Okay, I don't care.
How do you feel about me cheating this game, Zach?
Whatever gets us through this faster.
Yeah, same.
Are you sure? Are you sure that our audience will not be scarred by the fact that I am not giving Sonic Lost World its full due by playing it the correct way?
Well, anyone who feels like Sonic Lost World is not being given its correct due can do their own Let's Play of it where they do give it the correct due.
Oh shit!
Have fun with that.
Are you doing the game developer thing, Zach, or that thing where they're just like, you know, hey, if you fucking
what the? Oh, okay. So you're.
Well, I mean, like people are allowed to critique us.
If you can't, if you think it's bad, then make the game yourself, Zach.
Yeah, you're a game developer, Zach. Or kind of, sort of.
I mean, like, you know, they're allowed to critique the gameplay. I'm not saying they're not, but at the same time, like, I'm not. We're not gonna go through the effort of making a really good one. Like, this is keeping easy. This isn't like. If it was Let's Play, I could understand, but I think we made it clear from the very first part. This was a lot more casual. Not meant to be like the
definitive the
definitive Let's Play.
Yeah.
Although I've always wanted to be the guy that made because often I'll find Let's Plays of games I'm interested in, but the people Let's Playing them are, let's say, dull, because I don't want to be rude. And so I would just be like, fine, I would just make the definitive one myself, but then it's usually a game I know nothing about, so I don't try to do it.
Oh no, Brandon.
No.
Oh god, oh god.
Oh god.
Oh no.
It is always satisfying, though, to find, like, a definitive Let's Play. Like, I feel like the most quintessential one for us is SGF's Super Great Friends playthrough of Deadly Premonition.
Yep.
Is the premiere playthrough of Deadly Premonition.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then, I would recommend heavily, if you are a fan of Dead Rising, check out Oatmeal Raisin Essay's Dead Rising playthrough, where he does a Saint run. He saves every survivor in Dead Rising 1, and it's... Yeah, he gives tips on how to do it, and I think he also tells you why you shouldn't do it.
All I can say is that poor soul.
Yeah, it's...
Because I played Dead Rising 1, and I think I want to do a Let's Play of that game at some point for this channel, and I just gave up on getting the survivors, because screw that, they were just way too annoying.
Is there any Let's Play that you guys would do that you would want to be, like, the definitive one for? Because for me, I've been saying this for, like, over a decade now, like, probably 15 years. I want to be the definitive playthrough bully.
I want to do the 2008 reboot of Alone in the Dark.
Oh, yeah. I would actually really like to see that.
Same here, yeah. For me, it's like,
Are you okay, Brandon?
No, I'm not okay, Zach. And I feel that while most of the time in the previous parts when I was dying, Zach was looking at me like, dude, okay, seriously, what the fuck?
I mean, like,
get good. In this case, this level is pretty notorious.
I mean, the physics look a little wonky.
The physics are wonky, and there's instant death everywhere, which is always fun in so many platformers, right, guys?
I mean, when you compare this to Donkey Kong Minecart, I was like, nope, I'm not gonna look at Brandon like get good. Those levels. I mean, I've gotten better at them over time, but they're still difficult.
And this game's physics is so bizarre.
Yeah, because, like, it feels like you need to build up speed, but then other times building up too much speed is bad, so when are you supposed to know how much speed you're supposed to have? Yeah,
but anyway, yes, I would do the 2008...
Oh my
Jesus!
Oh my God.
This part sucks.
This looks so precise. What the
hell?
I can't wait to get a comment where someone describes... Actually, no, I can't wait to get a comment in general, never mind.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way, guys. Sonic Forces plays itself half the time, and I'd rather play that than this game, where I actually have to play it because of how much I hate the level design. Yes, I said the 2008 reboot of Alone in the Dark, and the reason is, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Fuck that wing. Because, frankly, I just think that game... It's hard to say it's underrated, because it has a lot of problems that are justified when people bring them up in reviews. But it's more just because I think that... I do, in some ways, think that game deserves its chance in the light, because it was made by people that did care. Like, that game was really trying some new ideas, and some of them do work, and there's sections in the game that really do play to the strengths of it that many people didn't see because they didn't get that far into it. Like, for example, one of the main features of Alone in the Dark reboot is the focus on fire and fire physics. It was very impressive at the time what the game was able to do with how fire spreads in the environment. And through most of the game, there's stuff you're sometimes doing with it, but because of the game's wonky control, it is hard to really work with the controls to make the fire and all the mechanics work well. And then there's this part in the climax of the game that's all fire puzzles that works great.
Unlike this game?
Unlike this game. And I would be specifically playing the PS3 version, Alone in the Dark Inferno, because they add new levels to it that are better built around the game's controls and feel awesome. And I want to give that game a chance, especially because I'm actually going to do it soon, Zach, because remember, they're making that new remake of Alone in the Dark.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which looks like, honestly, Alec, it looks like they're just doing a Resident Evil 2 remake of Alone in the Dark, because that's how the gameplay looks.
I mean, I don't blame them, I guess, because Resident Evil 2 Remake was fantastic. And, like, that's definitely a game to, I guess, get some inspiration from, so I don't blame them.
And that's the game you said you would definitely want to do, like, a big playthrough
of, right,
Alec?
I would Let's Play of that game, yes.
If not the definitive playthrough, then at least just a good Let's Play of a really good game.
Like, honestly, for me, like, Resident Evil 2 Remake is probably my favorite Resident Evil game.
It's hard to disagree with that. It's probably my favorite Resident Evil game, too.
It's just so solid. It's like everything about Resident Evil is just in that game, and it's just, it's like chef's kiss.
Mm-hmm. And now we get in Resident Evil 4 next year.
Yep, and I can't wait for that, honestly.
Same. I'm hoping that they can, I don't know, not improve upon it, but what the fuck is happening?
Well, I mean, there's the green lines that you're supposed to be on. I assume that's why they're green. Green means go.
Essentially, the green lines make you move faster. And the red rails make you go slower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those type of...
I thought it was a game design thing where it's like, be on this rail.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, but...
maybe I'm giving this game too much credit. But I assume if Alec was to do the definitive playthrough of any game, it would be God Hand.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess so, but I don't know. I feel like there's been probably a lot of other people who play that game like so well that it's just like... I don't know. I mean, I would still obviously want to do that game because I freaking love that game. It's definitely one of my top 3 favorite games because of just how wacky it is. I just love everything about that game.
Yeah, God Hand is
like
amazing.
The gameplay is so solid in that game, and like being able to like customize like how you like your combos and your attacks and stuff like that. It's just
what?
Oh, I was supposed to jump on the slow rail, Zach.
Oh, something out. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my fault.
Yep.
Well, most of these deaths are my fault. Well, some of them are. Some of them is because of the game's controls and the instant death, but some of this, yes, this is my fault. But yeah, God Hand, I did play some of it, and yeah, the combat is unlike any other game, and it's an acquired taste. Like it does, like you have to really get used to the controls, and I can understand in some respects why critics at the time had issues with it. But IGN's score massively it is a travesty. That
Not
game.
Even talk about that around me. I hate that. I hate it so much. Oh my god, I love God Hand so much that when I think about that review, I just want to scream inside because it's so bad.
Yeah, I can understand people not being into God Hand. It is weird. Like, I remember my first time playing it, I was like, oh. My first time playing it, I was like, this doesn't feel good. But when you adjust to it...
Oh, when you adjust to it,
it really does work well for that game.
It's fucking fun. It is a fun game.
Honestly, I would take God Hand over Devil May Cry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I really do enjoy 3, and I am a big fan of 4, and I even got some enjoyment out of DMC. But although DMC was my first one, and it made me go like, I don't know why people don't like this game that much. And then I played 3, and I was like, okay, yeah, I get it.
Yep.
I would say like for me, like with God Hand, like the gameplay for that game is like almost perfection for me. Like I swear to God, that game was made for me. Like just because I love how wacky it is and everything, and the gameplay is just, like I said before, just so solid and so much fun. Like, it's challenging in a good way. That's what I love about it, too. It's like, I'm so sick and tired of playing hard games, like, where it just feels like it's so cheap, like, cheap shit. Well, God Hand actually does it fair, and I just love it so much for that.
Yeah.
I like how that character even admitted he has a one-note personality.
Yep. Guys, they turned Tails into a robot. Which, you know, compared to, like, roboticizing characters in Sad AM, this is, like, nothing.
I'll never serve you.
I was hoping you'd say that. Destroy Sonic.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. How did he change his eye color?
Because he's a genius.
He's a genius. Like, he's so smart, Alec, that he can actually change his eye color because he can think it that hard.
Now, you see, Alec, you see both you guys, Tails having a gun on his arm is a reference to Sonic Battle. Or one of his moves is where he gets a Mega Man hand cannon and just blasts you with it.
I am sure the writers of Sonic Lost World put that much thought into it, and they definitely have...
I swear, every time you insult this game, it kills you.
Yeah.
It's been a common thing.
Honestly, I think that was because I was trying... That was because I just instinctively tried to control hover like you do in Sonic Colors.
Yeah, maybe.
And it doesn't... Holding dash will cause you to float. Oh, okay, that's the button you use. That's weird.
Yeah, you think it would be jump.
Yeah, I think so. Jump, yeah. Oh.
No, I'm sorry, they can't use speed boosts.
Color power has depleted.
Well, 0 out of 10 game, you can't use the speed boost when you transform into, like, the wisp things.
This game has a lot of other reasons to be a 0.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
0 out of 10 is way too harsh.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously I'm kidding, but...
But yeah, like, I remember hearing mixed things about this game, and the more I see it, the more I'm like...
Oh...
I could see leaning towards being negative.
Same.
Although I guess I could kind of see the mixed stuff, because I could see, like, maybe some more platforming aficionados appreciating all these weird gimmicks, maybe.
Or like
but I look at these and I'm like, they overstay their welcome, or they're...
Now, Zach, is that a fair assessment when I've been really shitty at the game?
See, like, you know, it's hard to judge a game when I haven't played it myself also. That's the lesson I really need to have learned throughout my life. Because I can't remember what game it was, but I remember looking up footage of it and being like, that doesn't look good, and then I played myself and I'm like, oh no, it actually is good.
Nope, come on.
Oh, or the time Brandon played through the war chapter of Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh.
And I thought to myself, well, it can't be this dumb, right? And then I played it, I'm like, oh no, it's awful.
That's awful, yeah.
I gotta learn to let Conker's Bad Fur Day go. I keep bringing it up in all our videos now.
Checkpoint, checkpoint. Oh yes, the second part of the boss rush. So, guess what her personality is, Alec?
She is woman.
Yes.
That's what I wanted.
I did it again. I tried to insult this game and it killed me.
This game also apparently doesn't like it when you talk about Alone in the Dark, because it kept killing you every time you were about to discuss it. Sonic Lost World was like, no, I can't be worse than Alone in the Dark. I can't be.
Okay. Wait, I think I got her.
Oh,
no!
What? The microphone was in the way. I didn't see what happened.
To be honest, Zach, some of my deaths have been because the microphone's blocking part of the screen.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
But yeah, like, it is always hard. I don't know. Sometimes you can...
Oh my god.
That's me. That's all my fault.
Sometimes you can judge a game by just looking at gameplay footage, but then sometimes it also takes, like, you playing it to be like, maybe the person playing it missed something, and I do constantly have that thought in my head, because I am a very, what's the word? I'm a huge dickhead, I guess is the best way to put it. Because, like, or maybe I give the game developers too much credit, because my brain often goes, like, there's no way this is what they're intending, right? Did she just die?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
We are now officially killing all of them.
Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I guess that was
But
how you get to the next area. That was not very thought out. Oh, God!
What the fuck?
What happened?
I could have swore you were into, like, a dash sequence, and the game just said...
I was holding down run, and I think it was because since I still had it held down... fuck! Because I had run held down, my momentum carried me into the lava.
Oh,
okay.
But yeah...
Oh, my God.
Whoa,
It's because
that
it
was
keeps
weird.
going into the hole the second I try to jump on it. Oh, fuck.
But it's so awkward.
Yeah. Fuck.
No, as long as you can pick up rings, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, what?
That was the momentum again when I was running.
The physics.
Yeah, that looks unnatural. You know, people make fun of the double jump in colors, and I understand, but... I don't know, but yeah, like when I was talking about... you know,
Thank God for dash pads that just automate the game for me.
I don't know, but you know, I'm not saying we always do the I think we've talked about this in Keeping Busy and maybe some of our other videos as well. But when we, like, do gameplay footage, I think it is best, no matter how beloved or how hated the game is, to always represent it to the best of our abilities and never try to make it better or worse than what it is.
Now we're talking about just LPs, right? Not
Yeah, we're
not
just talking about-
keeping BZ, because I've already demonstrated I've been rusty on this game for quite some time. So, and also because I don't really like this game and I don't really like the way it controls and a lot of other things. But you can say whether that's my fault for being bad at it or whether it's because the game itself is not compelling me to want to get good at it.
See, like, I feel like that's the thing a lot of people miss, and I might have brought this up in part 2. So I'm just going to try to keep this short just in case I'm repeating myself. You know, a lot of people are just like, you know, especially comes to like fighting games or like playing card games where it's just like, well, maybe you wouldn't hate the game so much if you actually got good and learned to play it. And I'm just like, you know what, that's always a possibility, but I feel like a game should be good even if you're bad at it.
Yeah, like, the game needs to give you a reason to care.
Like, you know, I played Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R, and I started off terrible at that game, but the physics and movement of that game, and me finding Kai, you know, the whitest bread fighting character ever made, but I love Kai.
Yep.
You know, when I play a fighting game, I imagine myself playing characters like Kai. You know, like, that stuff drove me to want to get better, and now I'm decent. You know, like, the game has to give you a reason. The game has to motivate you into getting good. Getting good is not its own motivation. At least not for certain players. Some players just like being good at games. Me, I'm comfortable. I don't know. I've been back and forth. I have been self-conscious about being bad at games lately, but now I'm just like, you know, I'll get good at any game I like, and if I'm bad at games I don't like or haven't played that much, then I'm not going to worry about it too much.
Yeah, that's honestly how I would say it. Like, as someone that tends to be, like... I like to think I'm usually pretty good at games. I'm not always, like, the best at every game, of course, but, like... I don't know. I think it's kind of weird when people, like, get kind of shitty with some people, like, playing a game, like, oh, you're... Like, there's, like, a certain extent, like, where, yeah, I can kind of understand, like, when you're watching someone, they're playing that awful, like, yeah, it's, like, it's kind of hard to watch, but... I don't know, it's like if I, like, try to watch someone play God Hand for the first time, and I was like, oh, what the fuck, you're doing so terrible. It's, like, it's kind of unfair, because that game is, like, hard. And also, too, like, the controls at first for that game is a little weird. So it's like, when I watch someone play that, I'm like, okay, I try my best to be understanding and be like, yeah, this is, like, them being new to the game, and trying to figure it out, and it's like, whatever, but... Also, I have no idea what's going on here.
Doesn't that let you lightspeed dash?
Yeah, and I couldn't figure out what button it allows me to do that with, because the tutorials in this game never tell you anything! Press the dash button to float. Okay, but how do I do the lightspeed dash? Oh, you die. Okay. Okay. Let's try this and then die and then just do that again. Yep, there we go.
Okay. I mean, I guess pretty much what I was gonna say, like, to finish it up, is that, like, it's okay if you're not the best at every video game. It's like, you don't have to be. Like, just play the game, have fun. That's all I'll really say.
There we go.
I will say, at least when it comes to me watching videos, there is a limit to badness.
I mean, that's what I said before, too. Like, it's like, yeah, there's, like, a certain point where it gets a little frustrating. It's like, I get it. It's like, it's like, I understand. It's like, sometimes, like, the person isn't paying attention, like... Sometimes the person is just maybe being bad on purpose, which is really stupid.
But I am strictly talking about watching videos, because, like, if you're playing on your own and you're bad, I don't care, whatever. It's more just like if you're making a video about it, because, you know, it's about entertaining, and someone playing really, really horribly isn't really that entertaining to. Well, I mean, sometimes it is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on what the game is and like what kind of audience like you're trying to appeal. Like
watching Game Grumps be fucking awful at Sonic 06 is like, yeah, Sonic 06 is bad, but
it's a terrible game.
It is. It's not very good, but Game Grumps make it look way worse than it actually is. They're awful at a lot.
I mean,
of games
I think they make a lot of games look worse than they actually are.
Yeah.
To be honest,
it doesn't help that Aaron doesn't seem to be the most attentive person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how like they start like sucking at a game and they're just like they start playing the game for it. And it's just like, oh come on.
I've seen compilations of that. Like,
yeah.
Zavok's talking to me somewhere, but I don't care.
Also, I know it's pretty much LP suicide to be criticizing the Game Grumps, but
no, yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be. I know that's not your fault, because the game clearly showed a target for you to target.
Like, what?
Wait, so, just to make sure, are the stomp and homing attack the same button?
The stomp is not. That was my thumb slipping over to the stomp button.
Oh.
Okay.
So, to use an example to sum up the point you guys were talking about earlier, it's kind of like with, it's kind of like with Dark Souls, where people that are, like, way into Dark Souls, like the extreme players that are just like, there's only one way to play Dark Souls. Like, you need to be playing it correctly, or you guys are not getting the full Dark Souls experience. If you use summons, you're a wuss. You're playing Dark Souls incorrectly. Dark Souls does not need an easy mode, and, you know, my response to that is, you're wrong. People can play video games however they like and have fun however they like. The whole point of playing the game is finding the fun and finding what works for you. Dark Souls does not need an easy mode. I agree with that point, but I agree with it because there's mechanics in the game made for people that help them if they are having trouble. That's why the summons are there. They wouldn't put the summons in the game if they didn't want you to use them, dumbass.
Exactly. It's just like they're there for a reason. It's like if they weren't there, like it's like if they weren't there, then okay, it's like sure, whatever. But it's like that's how he designed the game, and so it's like I think I had a thought. My brain's kind of like dying right now, but I think you're getting the point of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is our pretty much it's like, why would they add it to the game if they didn't want you to do that?
Yeah, like, who's the designer? Isn't his name like Miyazaki?
Yes.
Yeah, Miyazaki.
Which is weird, but...
Yeah.
But, no, like, I think there are even interviews where Miyazaki talks about how proud he is of the summons in Elden Ring, specifically. And then people are like, well, you can't use the summons in Elden Ring, and I'm like, I don't know, Miyazaki sounds like he's pretty excited for you to be able to use summons, and... I've said this before in Keeping Busy Lost World, but I do like the summons in Elden Ring. I find them really fun, just because I like AI party members. Like, that was something I enjoyed in Persona 5, is just letting my teammates play on their own, even though that's probably the worst thing you could do in an RPG, but... honestly, it was the AI was perfectly fine for me until the very end of the game, where I was like, okay, this is getting a bit too difficult, now I need to take control. But I like working with AI, there's something pleasing about it to me, and it also means I don't have to summon real people. But no, like, I don't know, it's also kind of like with, like, fighting games, where, like, there used to be like this big thing where if you're someone that uses throws in the fighting game, that you're a terrible person.
Wait,
and you would
really?
like, yeah, especially with like Street Fighter 2, if you were someone that spammed throw, you were likely to probably get shanked over it.
Oh my god.
Now arcades back then were not fun places to be. I'm pretty sure Daigo has arcade stories about how much, like, people used to beat the shit out of him because he just was good at video. What the fuck? How did he do that?
Yeah, now he's just giant, and now he's crawling up the stadium to attack us. So, I do remember how to fight him in this form. You have to stomp on these to knock them into him.
This is like a shitty version of Catherine. Except he's not like a sexy hot woman, so that's the reason why this is shittier.
That's why this sucks.
I was gonna say it's like a poor imitation, trying to do like a Bowser thing.
Oh yeah, big, yeah, that's.
I mean, his design, you know. Oh fuck!
I think Cat Bowser does.
I love how you just drop like a rock in this game.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to do this part again.
Yeah. This game doesn't believe in checkpoints.
Oh, okay.
It does, but only...
It is still nicer in Ratchet and Clank. That's what put you at the... Ratchet and Clank would have put you at the very beginning of the fucking level.
Oh yeah, I would not want to play an old Ratchet and Clank game. Just for that reason.
You know, it's a good thing we're in the lava world, because we got some hot takes.
We do.
Because I'm not the biggest fan of Ratchet and Clank. I've always been more of a Sly Cooper guy.
Oh, Sly Cooper's awesome.
Sly Cooper's great.
I'd rather... well, actually, I'd rather play Ratchet and Clank over... Jack 2.
Same.
Ooh, yeah.
Same.
I don't know. I do not like Jak 2.
Jak 2 is
that game.
You know, for most games that I don't like, that it's a hot take, I usually say it's not to my preference. I outright will say Jak 2 is a bad game.
Yeah,
I don't care what it.
No, I don't care.
You know, like,
yeah, Jak 2 is bad.
Super Mario Sunshine, I don't like that game. Just not to my taste. You know, Jak 2, bad. Just bad. Don't like it. Not very good. I don't get how people tolerate that game or, like, even say they love it. I don't get where it comes from.
I think there are things to like about that game, but man, there's just too much for me where I'm just like, okay, this is, like, stupid and frustrating. Like, why even?
Yeah.
Like, the delivery sections bullshit. Like, oh my god. I was not a big fan of that.
Any vehicle-focused mission is the devil.
Yeah, oh. Try again, asshole.
Brandon started with like 40-something lives.
Yep.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, you earn them so when Lava Mountain beats them out of you.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the final boss is actually not that hard.
Oh, okay.
And that's because it's a full-on copy and paste of a boss from another Sonic game.
Oh, good.
You'll see.
Oh.
Come on. Get down here already. There he goes.
There you go.
Yeah, Sonic homing attacks into the damn ceiling.
Well, I think it's because like, the arch he was like going through.
Yeah, like there was a weird homing attack arc.
Yeah, it's like
that's still not excusable.
There we go. Finally. There we go. Cool.
Too bad we're not using an emulator. We just save state.
Yeah.
I wish.
I don't know. Get some Papa Jominos or whatever.
Oh God.
No, that's
He's bringing it back.
I'm bringing it back.
Papa Jominos.
Oh man. Come on.
This really does look like this could have been a Bowser fight.
I know, right? It looks like it's something like Mario, like really like Mario's like trying to climb up and like trying to get away from Bowser.
Yeah, see, and Alec came to this opinion on his own, so you know. Like, when we compare this, like, it's too much like Mario. Although, to be fair, I think people have been... I don't think it's a hot take to say Lost World tries too hard to be Mario. I think that's a comment.
Yo, yeah, I heard, like, it's always, like, it gets compared to Mario Galaxy.
Yeah. Which is weird, because people used to compare colors to Galaxy, and I was like, I mean, it takes place in space, but I wouldn't say... But this one has flat out, like, the world
like, straight up, like, yeah, like, come on, like, that one boss fight Brandon was doing before, that was, like, literally, like, a Mario Galaxy thing. It's like, I'm sorry, I can't help me to make the comparison, it just is there.
Oh, he did it.
Oh, wow.
That's the boss. You just have to keep hitting him until you get to a certain level, and then he dies.
Okay.
Brandon, how much
he just gives up?
And that's the final boss against Zavok.
My job is shut this baby down.
It is off. Who could have done that?
Alec. He's not dead.
Oh, I thought he was... Oh, yeah, he's dead.
That's right, Zach. Eggman just has a jetpack on his head, on his back at all times.
Can you imagine if he did have a jetpack on his head?
That would hurt.
Honestly, they could have easily had a scene setting up. Like, these cutscenes feel so disjointed. Like, they just sort of come and go, and I'm like, wait, did we learn anything from that?
So the story so far, Alec, is that Sonic and Tails were fighting Eggman in the air, and their plane crashed on a place called the Lost Hex. Mm-hmm. And the Deadly Six live there, because I guess Eggman... Oh, thank God, I made enough.
Oh my God, okay.
The Deadly Six live here, and then Eggman had planned to control them using the magic conch. literally, it's the magic conch. He blows into it and it controls the Zeti. So the Zeti don't like the conch, but Eggman can control them using it. Sonic tries to fight Eggman, but in the process destroys the conch. The Zeti then take over Eggman's robots. Eggman works with Sonic then because he has no robots left. Mm-hmm. And then at the last moment, Eggman betrays Sonic.
Well, Brandon, I have a very important question for you.
Yes.
Was it a whole pack of robots?
Holy shit. That's like a 2010 meme. Jesus Christ.
Whole pack of robots.
That takes me back to better times. Actually, we were talking about our favorite LPs earlier. Honestly, to make something kind of relevant, you guys should play, you guys should watch the Find the Computer Room LP for Sonic 06.
Oh, I've seen the highlights. Those are amazing.
It is. Watch the highlight reel if you can't watch the full LP, but I highly recommend Find the Computer Room's Sonic 06 playthrough. It's really funny, and it also just sums up the game well.
Gotta get yourself some gamer points.
Yes, gotta get yourself some gamer points.
I also like their Star Fox Adventures highlights too.
Yep, that's a really good stream. No, Find the Computer Room in general, they're a good bunch of people that also have inspired me. They've inspired me in the other way of doing LPs. I mean, they have some informative stuff, but they also have a lot of more meme-y comedy as well. But they're, you know, those guys, they do love Sonic, and they know their stuff. And I'll throw it out to, of course, Hellfire Comms. They were a big inspiration on Zach and I.
Yeah, like, their Sonic 06 Let's Play used to be one of my favorites.
Not so much anymore,
no,
but...
not anymore, but...
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's worse than me liking PewDiePie back then, so...
Well, a lot of old Hellfire Comms LPs I can't go back to anymore.
Not really.
No.
Yeah, I remember... around the time I stopped being really into Hellfire Comms was around their Birth by Sleep playthrough, where Hell Dragon was once my favorite, but like listening to his opinions on the Kingdom Hearts franchise just started getting on my nerves. I can't remember explicitly why, but
oh, got him. See, that boss is easy, and if you may have noticed, it's just Sonic Kellers again.
No.
Okay.
You're just chasing after an Eggman robot that shows him, and he even has less attacks than he had before. Yeah, I mean, now we're just delving into deeper hot takes, Zach. But like, with the old Hellfire commentaries for Kingdom Hearts with Ntom64 and Hell Dragon, I used to really love Hell Dragon as a commentator, but then when I go back and listen to those Let's Plays now, Hell Dragon is just repeating what Tom says every single time, but with slightly different words. unfortunately.
Secretly, what I've been doing this entire time with Brandon.
He still has good comedy at times, but yeah, I mean, but that's because commentary's hard.
It is.
It's really hard.
It is. Yeah.
And you know, I think a lot of it is just because him and Tom have very good chemistry with each other.
I borrowed the exhaust hose?
Oh my god, that was like.
Yep.
And now he's gonna die.
That's it.
Here's your energy back, world.
Guys, we beat Sonic Lost World.
Oh, you did it.
That's it.
Oh.
Yep, we're gonna pump back all of the D-Blob, Okami.
They've released
Keller
the
into
air
the world.
back into Spaceball.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And
Fuck, what was the name of that planet? Shit, I don't remember what it is.
and all the square trees can grow back.
Oh, Minecraft.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'm just like, Sonic.
Fucking Gen Z.
But Alec, this is supposed to be Sonic's world. This isn't the Lost Hex anymore. So I'm just like,
Wait,
why?
why do the trees look like that?
Yeah, why
right?
did? Because I thought this was supposed to be the same green clearing from Sonic Generations, but no. Now the trees are all square. Maybe they are still in the Lost Hex. I don't even know.
Or maybe because they were. I don't know. That does look weird.
I am going to enjoy this nap on this green texture that is supposed to be grass.
Yeah.
2013. They could have done it.
Yeah.
That's the thing that makes me excited about Frontiers, though, is that Frontiers is putting a lot of effort into its environments.
Sonic 06 had fucking grass.
It did.
Actually, yeah. And that's
Yeah.
like much older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it came out in 06.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I should have said 08 just to fuck with you guys. But
That's the opening cutscene you missed, Alec. As usual, Sonic games, the opening cutscenes are very beautiful.
Yeah.
honestly, like, I mean, I can't really say for sure until I edit and actually pay attention to the cutscenes, but a lot of these just come and go. There's kind of a funny joke every once in a while, but these are like the most...
oh, the conch.
Magic conch.
Zach, do you want me to pull out a super hot take right now for Sonic?
Do it.
To end the playthrough on? Well, not that... no, we'll still chat over the credits here, but... I think the cutscenes in Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric are better animated and more entertaining than the cutscenes in Lost World, Generations, or Keller's. I like the writing in Sonic Boom's cutscenes. I can't, not the gameplay.
No, not
The gameplay in Sonic Boom, the dialogue during the gameplay sounds like everybody's improvising it, and it sounds like garbage. Yeah. In the cutscenes, I can say, especially Eggman in that game, I will fight for the cutscenes in Rise of Lyric. I will not fight for the game. Fuck the game. The game's boring as hell and broken. But the cutscenes I will fight for. Oh yeah, and better than the cutscenes in Forces 2, obviously. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I have to go back and re-listen to some of the colors, because when I first played it, when it first came out, I really loved the writing and colors, but maybe since I've grown older, that I love that Tails sexy pose.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh,
No, I mean...
Oh yeah, Tails just sort of is no longer robotic.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of how a lot of these cutscenes go. They just come and go, and nothing matters.
Well, that's the problem, right? Because they had all these ideas. Tails gets turned into a robot. Sonic is alone because Tails gets kidnapped, and Eggman, seems to have died, and Sonic's by himself, and it lasts one cutscene. And all these ideas that they had for the story last one cutscene, so they're not able to develop any of them, and it doesn't help. It doesn't help that the writing's not very good.
Kind of, the cutscenes are sort of like the game as a whole, just a bunch of things happening, and then it ends and it moves on to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's all trying so much, and it has no focus.
Yeah, and I will say, I'm not saying that Boom's cutscenes are amazingly better than Sonic Keller's. There's obviously good dialogue in Sonic Keller's,
The Eggman announcements.
yeah, they are pretty good.
The Eggman announcements, and I'll use it to conquer the world, but this time, I really mean it.
I will say Sonic Boom has my favorite Eggman.
Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric by far has my favorite Eggman lines.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm talking about like just Sonic as a whole, like Sonic Boom, the TV show. I don't know about Rise of Lyric, but Sonic Boom Eggman is my favorite Eggman.
Well, Boom Eggman versus Jim Carrey Eggman.
Oh, okay. If we're including, Okay, Jim Carrey Eggman is actually my favorite Eggman.
Wow.
That might be a hot take.
Oh, wow, okay.
I feel like that one has depth, and he's able to be both threatening and funny.
I really like Robotnik and Sadiam.
Oh, yeah, he's good, but I feel like despite how threatening he sounds, he never actually is that threatening.
Yeah, it feels like almost because of the show's rating and a lot of other issues behind the scenes, Robotnik and Sadiam has a fantastic presence to him, but he spends most of the show not doing a whole lot, or him and Sonic mostly being in a stalemate, especially in Season 2, where nothing happens until the final episode.
Oh, yeah, nice. It feels like in Season 2, Snively is, like, way better than Robotnik.
Yeah.
And he, like Jim Cummings voices Robotnik in that, right?
Yeah.
He does a great job with the voice and does give him a presence. You know, there's that scene, it's like, Snively, do you see a heart? No, sir. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's a great line, but, like, when it comes to, like, him actually facing Sonic, like, I think he does have some good plans every now and then, but for the most part, just sort of gets kind of easily beat. Well, maybe not easily beaten, but just he feels like he doesn't put up that much of a fight for someone who's like roboticized most of the planet.
So yeah, no, I do agree with you, Zach. He could have been better executed, and that's why the fans making their own Season 3 makes me so excited, because it feels like they could improve upon a lot of the issues the original show had. Because that's the thing, that Sonic SatAM is, in some ways, some of my favorite, like, adaptations of Sonic as its own world, like coming up with your own lore, not just going by the video game lore. But, yeah, it could have, there's so much in it that could have been a lot better than what it was.
Yeah, that's how I feel about SatAM in a nutshell. I do still think it's a good show, but there's a lot holding it back.
Yeah, no, I mean, in terms of comedic Robotniks, I would also probably say Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Jim Carrey, definitely.
Jim Carrey is so good in those movies.
But yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with Zach in some ways. Like, yeah, I guess Jim Carrey, Robotnik, technically has more, like, a thing going on, like an arc and everything like that with his character and all that, so...
Yeah, like, it's probably... We've got a lot of hot takes. We should just rename this channel, like, Hot Take LPs or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, now, honestly, Jim Carrey Robotnik might be my favorite Robotnik, period. Exclamation point.
It's like, the more I think about it, I think I kind of see it, what you mean now.
I love his insecurity.
Yeah.
That builds up to a lot of really good comedy, but also leads him to, like, keep pushing himself further to try to beat Sonic.
Yeah, no, Jim Carrey's Robotnik is a character.
Yeah.
Like, he's much more developed than most other adaptations of Eggman / Robotnik. And in the first movie, they do a lot to build that up, whether it's, he starts out as a government official, or, a special agent, and then we move on to, him slowly losing his mind over time, but also even that, like, small scene where he's talking on the phone to, I think it's Tom.
Yeah, it's
Tom.
Tom.
And he's talking about how there was this bully in school that bullied him, and then he, after he was done with him, he made him drink through a straw. And, like, they build up this whole idea that Robotnik is a character based purely on, like you said, a superiority complex. He sees himself as he needs to be the smartest person in every room. It's a demand, and it leads to some of the best comedy in the movie, like when he forces his henchmen to lean against a wall because he's not strong enough to push him against the wall. Yeah, excellent character. So, you think we're ready to wrap up finally?
Yeah.
Sonic Lost World?
But now, like, I do want to also say, but we got to do the Hidden World.
Oh, yeah, the
Brandon.
Hidden World, Brandon, yeah.
Yeah, we could.
No, I got to
there's another Hidden World.
I got to talk about Jim Carrey a little bit longer anyway. No, I just, like, I mean, like, Sonic Boom Eggman I do think can be funnier than Jim Carrey Eggman. At points, I do really like Boom Eggman. He's really fun too, but in terms of being like a more complex, deeper character, not the deepest, but like I feel like there's more to what makes Robotnik tick in the Sonic movies, which I cannot believe I'm saying that.
More so in the first movie. In the second movie, he's just like a bunch of references and jokes that made me laugh. But he's actually a lot funnier in Sonic 2, but he's less of a character.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer his, but seeing him get the Master Emerald in Sonic 2 is also a lot of fun.
Sick. The air guitar moment with his leg. Oh my god, like, how can you not like that?
Nah, Jim Carrey's just giving it his all, and I really want to see what they do with the third Sonic movie.
Yes.
There's a lot of Sonic things to look forward to, which...
Yeah, there's gonna be Shadow.
It didn't used to be that
Yeah.
way. Even if the games suck, we know the people behind the movies at least know what they're doing, which I can't believe it, that the Sonic movies are, I'm like, yeah, well, at least the Sonic movies will be good.
Yep.
Like, what the hell? What horrible nightmare future is this?
Also, it's time for another hot take.
Uh-oh.
Because
Oh, no.
we've seen the Mario trailer, and now it only is a teaser trailer, so it's hard to make this prediction now. But I feel like it's safe to say, knowing Illumination and Nintendo and how safe Nintendo likes to play things, and I'm guessing the Mario movie will be fine, but Sonic 1 and 2 will both be better movies.
I can't believe that actually might be true.
That might be the case, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there was definitely stuff in that teaser trailer I liked a lot.
No, yeah, so do I. Yeah.
I think Jack Black looks like he's going to be a really good Bowser.
Yeah, I was surprised he did a good voice like for Bowser. I'm
Yep.
surprised,
Yeah,
honestly,
but,
by
And just
that.
the writing of the character. I like some of the lines in the trailer, but we'll see about Chris Pratt as Mario. When we get
Yeah.
closer to release. That's the thing everybody seems to agree on. They're just
Yeah,
not
it's just
satisfied with.
Yeah, people were saying he's kind of like half-assing an accent, and I feel like I kind of agree with that.
I agree, too.
I mean, he said like 10 words in the trailer.
Yeah,
Let's-
We'll,
yeah.
we'll see when the movie comes out, but
Right.
yeah.
I don't know. The trailer just didn't make it promising. That's all. I guess I'll say.
I mean, I only heard, like, Charlie Day say, like, one word in the trailer, and I felt like his Luigi voice was significantly better
Honestly,
than Chris
yeah, I
Pratt.
agree.
All he
Yep.
does is go, and say one word, and I was like, yeah, I see Charlie Day's Luigi.
I mean, from seeing him being casted and knowing what his voice sounds like, I was like, oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the dude's actually Italian. And he just has the right kind of voice for Luigi.
I do gotta see more of Always Sunny.
Yeah, same. It's just that Always Sunny is one of those shows like, you know, The Office, where a lot of the comedy is based on cringy situations.
Yeah.
Which I have a very hard time watching.
Oh, when I was a kid, if there was a cringy situation on screen, I would literally curl up into a ball and close my eyes.
Same.
I
yeah.
couldn't handle it.
I couldn't stand it either. Yeah.
I can handle it better now, but still, if there's like something cringy going on screen, my body just I like feel that secondhand embarrassment. Like, I will admit the episodes of Always Sunny I saw were kind of funny, but they weren't good enough to make me continue watching. But it was just the first season. A lot of shows are kind of not as good in their first season, except for Community. Community is really good in the first season.
This is an in-joke because Zach has been trying to get Alec and I to watch Community the
Community's
whole
very
way
good.
through for a very long time now.
Yeah, it's like a meme at this
Probably,
point,
yeah,
pretty much.
it is a dead meme at this point, and I'm keeping it alive. I'm resuscitating it.
That's cringe.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad this video went on long enough, because Brandon and I made an agreement if this part was too short, that I got to show off Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but I guess another time.
Yep, so that's Sonic Lost World. A game with some good ideas, but not so much bad, but extremely mixed execution, to the point where it's a game that's not so much bad as it is kind of middling and frustrating, because it constantly switches back and forth between this idea for this level is good, but it's not executed very well. But there's good ideas with the parkour, but the controls are wonky, and it just goes back and forth until by the time that I finished this game, when I first played it, my reaction was less a feeling of, oh, well, you know, and it was more a feeling of, well, it's another Sonic the Hedgehog game. It's extremely divisive, and I came out once again on the bad end of divisive.
Oh, I remember like being like so disappointed when I heard about how Lost World turned out, because I was like, oh man, Sonic's finally back and like doing cool things now with like colors and generations. And then when Lost World came out, I was like, oh no, they're going back. No, Sega, please.
Sonic's career in a nutshell, huh?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which we'll see. Apparently, according to the developers of Sonic Frontiers is apparently going to be the next age of Sonic, Zach. You see, Age 1 was the classic games. Age 2 was adventure, and then everything up until now, according to this guy, was Age 2, not anything else. So then Frontiers is apparently supposed to be Age 3 of Sonic after how many, like 20 plus years.
Damn.
So we'll see what they apparently have in store for us for the third era of Sonic. A lot of the gameplay looks like Sonic Generations and Forces. So I don't
Except
know.
maybe they actually give a shit.
Yeah, and that you have the time put into it.
Here's hoping Frontiers is good, because I'm not really like a big Sonic fan, but ever since meeting Brandon, I have been keeping a closer eye on Sonic, and you know, even if I'm not the biggest fan, it always does feel bad when like a franchise people love is, and plus, like, oh, Sonic's just weird as a franchise.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, is it good or bad? I can't tell anymore. And like, and if you ask like 5 different people, you'll get like 7 different answers.
So many different answers, yeah.
Oh, no! Get off me.
It's like, I'm a fan of the games, but yeah, I'm definitely disappointed with like more of the recent like Sonic stuff. It just kind of sucks. Except for the movies, of course, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't blame you, Alec, because most of the recent Sonic stuff is just like, hey, look, we released this old Sonic game, but now it's glitchier and shittier. Aren't you? Welcome to Sonic's 30th anniversary, assholes.
Yeah, rush everything. Yeah.
Wait,
Like Sonic, he runs.
Remember
yeah.
the year 2006? Well, we're gonna try to at least in some ways repeat it. Well, part of it is because they outsourced some of those games, and in other parts of it is because no, it's just them. They fucked it up. Sonic Colors Ultimate was not Sega's fuck up. It was well, I mean, it was Sega's fuck up, but it was in the sense that they passed it on to another developer, didn't give them enough time to make the game, had them put the game on an engine that wasn't built for it, had them rebuild the entire game on a different engine, and that's why it's so glitchy. Less glitchy on the PS4 version played on a PS5, but then Sonic Origins came out. Sonic Origins had, of course, the original classic Sonic games. Sonic 1, 2, CD, and 3 and Knuckles. Sonic 1, 2, and CD were... those ports were developed by Sega to Origins, and 3 and Knuckles was made by... The 3 and Knuckles remake was made by one of the makers of Sonic Mania.
Oh, okay.
So it actually has a lot more effort put into it than the ones made by Sega.
Of course, yeah.
But Sega forced them to rush out their version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, so it's also the glitchiest one of the collection. And the other games also have their own glitches, and they have released patches to fix it.
Yeah.
But there's only so much damage that's already been done. I have played all the games in Origins, and honestly, despite their problems, and especially after the last patch, I honestly think it plays fine. Like, if you want a decent version of Sonic or of Sonic, of the classic Sonic games, get Origins on consoles. Don't get the Steam release. It has de novo. It lags like shit.
Yep.
Like, what the fuck, guys?
If you've seen our part 1 or 2 of RE8, that's what de novo does to a game.
Yep. So, Sega, if all of these fucked up releases are because you're putting all the focus on Frontiers, okay, good. Don't fuck it up.
Don't.
Because it's gonna look especially bad now. You're on your last fucking thread now, guys.
What do you think will happen if Frontiers is actually bad? Like, do you think that's it? Do you think that's it for Sonic? Or do you think Sonic can just never die?
Zach, it'll never be it for Sonic.
No, okay,
Sonic fans will sell out Frontiers like hotcakes, and even if it gets shitty reviews, they're still gonna make another one.
Yeah,
probably, yeah.
Sonic, like we are seeing here on screen, will just keep going on forever because its fan base is just... And you're thinking, oh, well, I mean... The fans will eventually die out, and then there won't be more Sonic fans, right? As we saw in the theaters for Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, there are new kids that are just getting into Sonic now that love Sonic. Sonic will never end. Sonic is the abyss.
There are kids who are raised more by Sonic than their own parents.
It's true.
Probably, yeah.
In fact, some of their parents were probably huge Sonic fans that forced Sonic down their kids' throat. Because it's like, this was my nostalgia, now it's yours.
It's yours.
Yep.
And I'm honestly terrified there are parents like that. They're just like, no, you're going to like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, probably.
See that, yeah.
Oh, man.
And plus, like, how are kids supposed to escape our nostalgia? How can they? You can't.
The nostalgia is everywhere.
Yeah, like, imagine being a kid trying to grow up in this modern era and being like, oh, I want to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, that's based off an old thing? Oh, what about this? Oh, that's also based off an old thing? Yeah. Is there anything new I can watch? Yes, they can watch Owl House. It's very good. Disney, don't fuck it up, please. Don't fuck up the final season.
Don't fuck up Owl House,
please. I'm begging you.
Please.
Well, and related, I'm curious what Netflix is going to do with Sonic Prime.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's still coming out later this year, apparently, I think. So we'll see.
Oh no. Oh no, oh no, I had a terrifying thought.
What?
What if Disney tries to reboot Gravity Falls?
Oh. Well, they're going to need Alex Hirsch then. They can't just, have somebody else voice.
They're probably not going to let Alex Hirsch back.
We'll have him voice some of their.
Nope.
I mean, it's his characters. He has to voice them.
You're thinking about this like a person. You have to think like a Disney executive.
Yeah, or just
you have to think about this like a lizard person.
Yeah.
Lizard person.
Lizard person, I like that.
You have to think like, well, I mean, if we bring Alex Hirsch back, he might actually want to try things, and he might try to add those gay cops again. We can't let that happen.
My sentiments exactly, Sonic.
This game is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nightmare Zone.
Would this be a good place to stop it, like right here?
I think
As we're doing this level. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So, as we enter the Nightmare Zone, aka the Sonic franchise and the Sonic fan base, we leave you here. Thank you so much for joining us. If you made it through all 3 parts, thank you so much. This was a very fun playthrough, and definitely, for whatever reason, views-wise, our most successful
weirdly,
bunch of videos. And I assume this one might end up being the same way. And that's going to do it for another polarizing Sonic the Hedgehog game. I've been Zach. Wait, what?
What?
Oh my god! I forgot my own name. I'm Brandon.
That's what Sonic does to you. I'm Zach. I'm the real Slim Shady.
And hey, I've been Alec. I've been here. Doing the devil.
Alec is the devil.
And as
from the Bible.
From the Bible.
And as Alec heads back to, I think, New York City or wherever he's from, we'll end it here. Have a good night.
You're from New York City? Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, I've been wanting to tell you guys, but yeah, I don't know.